I was put in pageants when I was younger, these kind of scholarship pageants, and there was a talent portion, and I met a girl who did ventriloquism.
That's great. Y'all were supportive of each other. So who is with you today?
Excuse me, I'm Petunia.
At just 19 years old, Darci Lynne is revealing the shocking truth about what really happened behind the scenes of America's Got Talent. And it's not what you think. Her rise to fame wasn't just about talent or luck, but a journey filled with unexpected struggles, secret mentors, and a determination few could imagine. Tune in, because the biggest twist of all is about to be exposed. Darci Lynne's secret to success. Have you ever thought about being more modest? There's something special about Darci Lynne that America's Got Talent didn't show, and it's actually quite interesting. From the moment she stepped on that stage, she impressed millions with her ability to do ventriloquism and sing beautifully. But there's so much more to her than just those acts. At only 13 years old, she won the 12th season of America's Got Talent, but her journey to winning was more complex than what we saw on TV. Behind her shy smile and the characters she brought to life, there's a story of determination, tough choices, and the guidance of a mentor who played a big role in her success. A moment so pivotal that, had things gone differently, she might have never stepped onto that stage again. When she won America's Got Talent, it opened new doors for her, and she caught the attention of Simon Cowell. Simon signed her to his music label, Psycho Music, which is the same label that has worked with stars like One Direction and Little Mix. Now that she is part of that label, she gets to work with some of the best producers and songwriters in the business. While many people know her for her ventriloquism, her singing talent is also something special. In fact, one of her first songs showed just how powerful she could be with her voice, able to make people feel the emotions she was expressing. At Psycho Music, she has a lot of opportunities to grow. She can not only sing and perform, but she also has the chance to work on TV shows and other projects. This lets her focus on what she loves most, entertaining people. With the support of the label, she is in a great position to keep moving forward, reaching new audiences and improving her skills even more. Gary, her mentor, played such a big part in all of this. He wasn't just her teacher, he was someone who guided her every step of the way. Have you ever considered how much of an impact a mentor can have? Her story shows how important it is to have someone who believes in you and helps you along the way. Gary's influence is clear in the way she performs today. As she goes on tour, performing across the country, you can see the results of years of hard work and mentoring. Her ability to connect with her audience, to make them laugh and feel a part of the show, is something that sets her apart. Gary always knew she had this special gift, and now audiences all over the world get to experience it. Ventriloquism, as Gary taught her, isn't just about making puppets talk. It's about forming a connection with the people who are watching. There are many young people out there who have talent but struggle to build the confidence they need to succeed. Gary's mentorship gave her the mindset she needed to thrive in such a competitive field. Without his help, it's possible that she wouldn't have reached such high levels of success so quickly. This makes you wonder, how important is having the right person guide you on your journey? For her, Gary wasn't just a teacher. He was the person who helped her realize her full potential. He offered the support and advice she needed, and that made all the difference. His experience and knowledge helped her grow into the star she is today. This reminds us that success often depends not just on talent, but also on the guidance of someone who has already been through the challenges. Every time you see her perform, think about all the effort and growth that went into creating that moment. Her success is more than just her talent with puppets or her ability to sing beautifully. It's the result of years of hard work, practice, and the support of a mentor who saw something special in her from the beginning. Whether you enjoy ventriloquism or just appreciate watching talented performers, her journey is truly inspiring. Do you think that behind every talented person, there is someone who helped guide them along the way? Her story shows how even small support can change everything. The mentor behind the spotlight. Her story is a powerful example of how important it is to have someone in your corner. Her rise to fame shows us that it's not just about having natural ability. It's about learning, growing, and having someone there to encourage you when times get tough. Without Gary, it's hard to say if she would have become the success she is today. Her journey reminds us all that behind every great performance is a lot of hard work, and the right kind of support. Watching her now, it's easy to admire her confidence and talent. But remember, behind that polished act is a girl who worked incredibly hard and had a mentor who believed in her every step of the way. Her story is an inspiring reminder that dreams can come true, especially when you have the right people helping you along the way. So next time you see her on stage, think about the journey that led her there. It's not just about the final performance, but all the effort and guidance that made it possible. When someone from the entertainment world unexpectedly steps into a moment of quiet goodbye, their presence can turn it into something special, an example of kindness and the deep connections that shape our lives. This moment became a powerful reminder of how working together and recognizing every person's role is key to achieving success. From the moment someone enters a room, noticing everyone, whether it's the person who opens the door or those busy with their work, is important. It shows respect and builds unity. An example of this happened when a fan, whose health was declining, reached out to Simon Cowell to express thanks for the joy his TV shows had brought over the years. Despite Cowell being known for his tough and sometimes harsh judging style, his work on shows like Britain's Got Talent and The X Factor gave this fan comfort during difficult times. It's proof that even though Cowell often comes across as direct and critical, his work had a meaningful impact on this fan's life, showing that there's a lot more to someone than what we see on screen. Things took a meaningful turn when Cowell learned about the fans' failing health and their heartfelt gratitude. Cowell, even with a packed schedule full of various responsibilities, chose to reach out personally. This decision wasn't made for the sake of publicity or attention, but simply as a gesture of genuine care and compassion. Cowell, often seen as a sharp talent judge who demands excellence, took the time to connect with someone who had found joy in his shows. This revealed a softer side of him that most people don't often see. Joining Cowell on this heartfelt visit was Richard Goodall, a talented individual from the entertainment world, though not as well known to the public. Goodall had earned a reputation for his community contributions and his ability to lift people's spirits through music. He had already made an impression on the fan with his music, adding a deeper level of meaning to their visit. Together, Cowell and Goodall formed an unexpected but powerful team. Their presence brought comfort and joy, creating a moment that went far beyond what anyone had anticipated. Things took a meaningful turn when Cowell learned about the fans' failing health and their heartfelt gratitude. Cowell, even with a packed schedule full of various responsibilities, chose to reach out personally. This decision wasn't made for the sake of publicity or attention, but simply as a gesture of genuine care and compassion. Cowell, often seen as a sharp talent judge who demands excellence, took the time to connect with someone who had found joy in his shows. This revealed a softer side of him that most people don't often see. One act of kindness can make a lasting difference. The quiet power of unexpected friendships. Joining Cowell on this heartfelt visit was Richard Goodall, a talented individual from the entertainment world, though not as well known to the public. Goodall had earned a reputation for his community contributions and his ability to lift people's spirits through music. He had already made an impression on the fan with his music, adding a deeper level of meaning to their visit. Together, Cowell and Goodall formed an unexpected but powerful team. Their presence brought comfort and joy, creating a moment that went far beyond what anyone had anticipated. As they arrived, the room was filled with emotions. There was anticipation, happiness, and gratitude. The fan, who had prepared for a quiet, perhaps sad farewell, suddenly found themselves surrounded by two people who, though famous, came across as caring and understanding. Cowell, often seen as distant or detached on TV, became a supportive and kind figure in this personal moment. He engaged the fan in meaningful conversations, showing that this wasn't about him being a celebrity, but about connecting with someone on a personal level. Goodall, known for his musical talents, played soothing music that helped calm and comfort the fan. His music, famous for its peaceful and healing effect, brought a new sense of calm to the room. The melodies filled the space with love and hope, making the visit even more special. This act of kindness, paired with Cowell's presence, turned what could have been a sad farewell into a moment full of warmth, care, and connection. Now think about this. When someone takes the time to connect with another person, especially in a time of need, it shows how much human connection truly matters. What Cowell and Goodall did went beyond just showing up. Their visit was a display of the power of kindness and empathy. They provided comfort not just to the fan, but also to their family, turning a potentially sad gathering into one filled with music, laughter, and meaningful conversations. This experience shows how beautiful things can come from human connection and small acts of kindness. It also leaves behind a lasting reminder of how compassion can impact people's lives long after the moment has passed. Simon Cowell and Richard Goodall's actions highlight an important point. Public figures have the power to make a positive difference when they use their influence for good. They showed that beyond fame and fortune, there is a deep potential for kindness and empathy. It's not just about the success they've achieved or the money they've earned, but about how they use their platform to bring joy and comfort to others, even in the most challenging times. This makes us stop and think. Small gestures can have a lasting impact, especially when they come from the heart. People may not always remember the words you say, but they will never forget how you made them feel. By choosing to be there for the fan, Cowell and Goodall demonstrated that their influence can go beyond the stage or TV screen. They showed that even in a world filled with glitz and glamour, the most meaningful moments are those where people come together with kindness and understanding. Fame may come and go, but the connections we make and the compassion we show leave a lasting legacy. Their actions remind us of a simple truth. No matter how famous or successful a person becomes, what truly matters is their ability to connect with others. Cowell and Goodall's visit wasn't just about them being famous people making an appearance. It was about showing that, at the end of the day, we are all human, and we all need compassion and understanding. It's the people around us who help us through tough times. Tragic efforts in entertainment. This story also brings up another important point. Whether someone is a star in the entertainment industry or works quietly behind the scenes, everyone has a role to play. Each person's contribution is valuable, and recognizing that can bring people together in meaningful ways. Cowell's decision to acknowledge the fan and Goodall's choice to share his musical talent turned a single interaction into something powerful. They reinforced the message that kindness, empathy, and human connection are what truly make a difference. Darci Lynne's journey to fame wasn't just about one lucky moment on a TV show. Before she ever stepped onto the America's Got Talent stage, she spent many years practicing ventriloquism, a skill that takes a lot of effort and patience. Her journey is a story of hard work, enthusiasm, and dedication. At only 12 years old, Darci was already amazing people with her lively puppets. Her debut on the national stage was important, but the real magic came from the hours and hours she spent perfecting her talent behind the scenes. Before the bright lights of fame shone on her, Darci was already working on her unique skill, ventriloquism. This isn't something that happens overnight. It requires endless practice, learning to control her voice and focusing intensely on improving. Darci spent hours standing in front of a mirror mastering the art of speaking without moving her lips. This isn't easy. It takes great discipline and a lot of patience. Ventriloquism isn't just about being able to speak without moving your lips. It's about bringing puppets to life, giving them their own personalities, and making them feel real to the audience. Darci was very good at making her puppets funny and giving them distinct voices and characters. She watched experienced ventriloquists and learned from them, but she always found ways to add her personal style and creativity. Every time she performed, she tried new things, testing out what would work best. One thing that made Darci stand out from others was her ability to sing while performing ventriloquism. This was something new and exciting in the world of ventriloquism. Singing while making it look like the puppet is singing takes incredible control and practice. This unique mix of singing and puppetry became Darci's signature style. Audiences were always captivated by how each of her puppets had its own personality and voice, making her performances exciting and memorable. Behind every performance, Darci's hard work and dedication were obvious. She was committed to constantly improving and creating new, interesting routines. Every puppet she worked with had its own personality. Whether it was a bold diva or a shy character, she made them feel real and relatable. Her ability to bring these characters to life is what helped her win over the hearts of her audience, no matter their age. When Darci finally got the chance to be on America's Got Talent, she knew this was a huge opportunity. There were many talented competitors, but Darci was ready. She carefully planned every part of her performance, from the songs she would sing to the puppet's personality and how she would present herself on stage. She knew that to make a lasting impression, every detail mattered. And when she finally stepped onto that stage, all her preparation showed. The audience and judges were instantly charmed by her talent. Her puppet's humor, combined with her incredible singing and ventriloquism skills, left everyone in awe. The room was filled with applause and laughter. The performance was so well received that she earned the golden buzzer, sending her straight to the live shows. Darci's hard work is paying off, but there's more ahead. Darci's path of relentless growth. Darci didn't let this big win make her complacent. She knew she needed to keep pushing herself. With each round of the competition, she continued to grow and surprise the judges and audience with new ideas. She added fresh characters and new themes to her acts, always looking for ways to keep things interesting. Whether she was telling jokes or singing a moving song, her performances became more and more sophisticated. This reminds us how important it is to keep improving, even after a big win. Darci knew that to stay successful, she had to continue evolving and getting better. It's a lesson in never settling and always striving for excellence, no matter how much success you've already achieved. Off the stage, Darci remained humble and grateful. She always made sure to thank her family, friends, and fans for their support. Despite her growing fame, she stayed grounded and never lost sight of where she came from. This down-to-earth attitude made her even more loved by her fans and followers. As the grand finale of America's Got Talent approached, Darci was ready to give it her all. Her final performance was a perfect mix of everything she had worked so hard for: ventriloquism, singing, and humor all blended together seamlessly. The audience could see all the hard work and effort she had put in over the years. Winning the competition was a well-earned reward for all the dedication she had shown. But winning America's Got Talent was just the start of something bigger. It opened the door to new opportunities like national tours and television appearances, making her a household name. However, even with all the attention, Darci stayed focused on her passion. She continued to work on her craft, always looking for ways to grow as an entertainer and improve her skills. Here's where Darci's story becomes even more inspiring. It shows us that reaching your goals doesn't mean you stop working hard. Even after winning one of the biggest talent shows, Darci kept learning and finding new ways to entertain her audience. Today, Darci Lynne is more than just a ventriloquist. She's a full-fledged entertainer with a broad appeal. Children are drawn to the playful and imaginative world she creates with her puppets, while adults appreciate the sophistication and talent behind her craft. She's managed to win over people from all walks of life, showing that true talent can resonate with anyone, no matter their age. Her ongoing success is proof of her ability to connect with people through her performances. Darci has secured a place in the entertainment industry, and her future continues to look bright as she keeps evolving her talent and entertaining audiences around the world. This makes her journey not just about fame, but about growing and connecting with others through her art. But as Darci Lynne continues to evolve, could she one day outgrow her ventriloquism roots? What do you think? Comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.